us a few minutes. We'll close down the market and then come back to you for some more perspective. The picture hasn't really changed. It is still very much a large 350 points sort of a fall. Yeah, I don't know if maybe the adjusted close will mean that we managed to close above 23,100, but it's just below that mark right now as we speak, and a 4% decline on the midcap index. 2,200 points gone, 2,200 points gone from the midcap arena as well, the midcap index that is. Okay, so let's talk about the weakest names on the large cap screen first. Adani Enterprises, Trent, obviously BPCL, HPCL, IOC, the oil refining companies have taken a huge knock today on this big 5% surge in oil prices. There are other PSU names as well, BEL, Power Grid, NTPC, ONGC as well. You'd imagine that the upstream players would see a sentiment uptick, but not so. It was not even that today. So fair amount of weakness coming through. The green only is partially in some tech names like TCS. There's some buying on an Axis Bank and a Lever and IndusInd Bank because of the expectations of more flows. It's a technical adjustment happening there because of the FPI ownership. But otherwise, deep sea of red in large caps, that's not even the real story, Prashant. I guess the real story is the pain in the mid caps today.
Absolutely. And, 10-1 declines to advances today and just smackdown and hard. Kalyan Jewelers continues to sell off. I think it's fallen some 30% very quickly from the highs. Kalyan, that is. Amber was down 10%. That is the EMS company. Adani Wilmar down another 10%. Policy Bazaar had come up, if you remember that entire managed health services foray. The stock was at about 1,700. It had come off, then went up to about 22, back under 1,700 today with today's fall. PCBL was a big loser. There's Mazgaon Dock, which came under pressure. Something like a Trans Rail, which is a recent listing, will come up. Big cut. There was RVNL, which was down and out in today's session. And PSUs, of course, have had it hard. RVNL, their case in point. Phoenix Limited, that is the mall operator, down sharply. Just Dial, of course, Rima has been talking about that. There was Lodha, which will come up. Big cut. Macrotech developers, that is. K Fintech was another one. Capital market plays like Novama, big fall coming in. I think about 8 or 9% on Novama today. Dam Capital is another one, capital market play. Recent listing, a few days old, and there was something like a car trade, which is basically doubled over the last 6 months, which also saw some selling pressure. I think should be about 1,500 or so on car trade. So that is the picture in the broader market space that we had. About 1.5% lower is how we've ended. Remember, equity markets have ended, but the currency market continues to trade. So, we should actually just leave you with the dollar rupee rate and what that is doing. That hit 86 after equity close on Friday, and of course today it's just kept going one way. Big 0.5% plus kind of a day for the dollar rupee. It's a wrap on this edition of Closing Bell, but stay tuned. Markets forward will pick up on all the action in just a bit from now.